देवत्वं देवत्वं ऋषितं वासुरात्मजाः प्रीणनाय मुकुन्दस्य न वृतं न बहुज्ञता न दानो न तपो नित्या न सौतो न व्रतानि च प्रियति अमलया भक्त्या परिरण्यत विडम्बनम्. Prahlad Maharaj saying, my dear friends, O sons of the demons, you cannot please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by becoming perfect Brahmanas, demigods, or great saints, or by becoming perfectly good in etiquette or vast learning. None of these qualifications can awaken the pleasure of the Lord. Nor by charity, austerity, sacrifice, cleanliness, or vows can one satisfy the Lord. The Lord is pleased only if one has unflinching and unalloyed devotion to Him. Without sincere devotional service, everything is simply a show. But Prahlad Maharaj concludes that one can become perfect by serving the Supreme Lord sincerely by all means. Material elevation to life as a Brahman, demigod, rishi, and so on are not causes for developing love of Godhead. But if one sincerely engages in the service of the Lord, his Krishna consciousness is complete. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. Apichat suduracharo vadate mangananya bhag sadhureva hi samantavyaha samyak vyavasito jisa. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. To develop unalloyed love for Krishna is the perfection of life. Other processes may be helpful, but if one doesn't develop his love for Krishna, these other processes are simply a waste of time. Dharma sunishthita pulsan vishwaksena katha sujo notpadayate jadiratim samayevahi kevalam. Duties, dharma, executed by men, regardless of occupation, are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the Supreme Lord, Srimad Bhagavatam. The taste of perfection is one's unalloyed devotion to the Lord. Devatvam rushitvam vasuratmajaha तीर्णनाय मुकुंदस्य न ब्रूतं न बहुज्ञता न दानं न तपो निज्या न सौतं न व्रतानि च प्रियते अमलया भक्त्या परिरण्यत विडम्बनम्. And the rules and regulations of dharma, you understand? You may be very strict in speaking the truth, you understand? Very truthful, truthfulness. You may be showing mercy to one and all, to all living entity. You understand? Very, very merciful. You may be a very good pandit. You understand? Vast Vedic knowledge. You may be acquiring. You may have acquired. You understand? You may have perform very severe austerities or penance. You understand? All these is like zeros. Without devotion. Dharma satyadayapi pavidyavata mad bhaktya vetanatmanam nat samyapnati. All these are very good things, isn't it? Very nice things. Very ideal, very noble. But without bhakti, this is all zero. You understand? If bhakti is added to it, then it is very good. Tenfold, as it. The zero becomes tenfold. Similarly, bhakti is most important, devotional service. But bereft of bhakti, without bhakti, all these things are like zero. You understand? That is it. Huh? Gandhi, here in Orissa, Gopabandhu, Kulabuddha, Madhusudan, so many other people are there. They are known as the Mahatma. You understand? Very great personality. Because they have sacrificed their life for the sake of the motherland. You understand? Yeah? This is, generally, they are considered Mahatmas, the great personalities in the human society. You understand? But Shastra says, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam says, who is really Mahatma? Who is really Mahatma? Apichat sudurachara vadatimam ananya bhak sadhureva so mantabhyo samyak vyavasito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. You understand? Shastra says, if someone is a pure devotee, pure Vaishnava, perfect Vaishnava, if he is sincerely engaged in the devotional service unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he is to be considered Mahatma. You understand? He is Mahatma. Sadhureva Mahatma. Baunang Janmanangante Jnanavanamang Prapodyanti Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlava. It also says that. A jnani, after undergoing so many lives, if he would understand that Vasudeva, Krishna is everything, and he takes shelter, he surrenders himself to the lotus feet of Vasudeva, he becomes Mahatma. Durlabh Mahatma, very rare Mahatma. So Mahatma is Durlabh. He is Mahatma. That Shastra says. But general people, the people in general, they don't know this. The Shastra, Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. They should take lesson from Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, who is really Mahatma. You understand? To develop an alloyed love for Krishna is the perfection of life. You understand? Other processes may be helpful, but if one does not develop love for Krishna, these other processes are simply waste of time. Samayevai. They are like zeros. You understand? Fir bhagavati kinchana sarve gunistatra smasti sura. Parava bhaktasya kuto mahatma amanathanasti dhavati. If someone has an alright devotion towards Lord, bhagavati akinchana bhakti, or Vibhicharini bhakti, different names. You understand? All the good qualities, all the noble qualities will automatically manifest in each person. You understand? Jasasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarve gunistatra samasti sura. Even all demigods are there. You understand? Parava bhaktasya kuta mahaguna mandrathyanasati dhavatavai. If someone is not a devotee of Lord Hari, a bhakta, a non-devotee, he has no good quality. However great he may be, qualified he may be, powerful he may be, in this material society or material world, he has no good quality, nothing. You understand? Rava bhaktasya kutamahaguna manorathena asati dhavatavai. Only is speculating. He is creating a chariot by speculation and riding on it, and going hither. Manorathena asati dhavatavai. Kevala manokalpita rathare chadi bhavanasi matra pore. Understand? Ananya bhakti, jakanti, ahetuki bhakti. And you cross this vast ocean of ignorance, without Vishnu bhakti, you cannot cross. Only Vishnu bhakti. Through Vishnu bhakti you can cross over. This is the meaning of these verses. You understand? In all the Vedic scriptures it is said. Bhakti is only. And if someone achieves this unalloyed bhakti, he has got everything. Jasasti bhakti, bhagavati apintana, sarve guni tattva, samasati sura. You understand? Rava bhaktasya kutam arjuna, manotena asati, I have already explained. Said it in English. No need. Then comes here one in Bhagavad Gita shloka, apicha sudracharo vadate mananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak devasito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. Do you understand? You know this verse. ଓଡ଼ିଆ କହିବା ସରିଗଲା ଏଥର ଇଂରେଜୀରେ କହିବି ବୁଝିବୁ ଇଂରେଜୀରେ କହିଲା ବେଳେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ You understand one thing here. This verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, apichat suduracharo bhadate mang ananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vivasita isha. You understand? Once this verse was being explained in Jamaraj's court. You understand? In that court, in that assembly, even Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma were present. Many learned persons were also present. You understand? But nobody could give the correct explanation of this verse. You understand? Do you know about Jamaraj? Yes. Who is he?
Jamaraj is the demigod of death.
Demigod of death. Whose son is he?
His son?
Who is his father? You don't know? Lord, do you know? He is the son of Suryadev, son. You understand? Sun god. Remember it. Jamaraj is the son of Suryadev, sun god. Who is that son, do you know? Suryadev. He is a demigod, isn't it? Demigod of what?
His son.
Don't know? Demigod of ethics. Remember it. You understand? Sun is the demigod of ethics. Ethic. You understand? You can't understand. You just understand. You just accept it. It's demigod of ethics. You understand? You just remember. Dharma Devata, demigod of religion also, is one of the 12 Mahajanas also. You understand? What is relating to that son? You understand? It is all ethical. It is all ethical. You understand? Very high thing. Ethical. Because sun god, that sun is demigod of ethics. Then a question arises. Who is greater? Is ethics is great or a devotee is great? You understand? A devotee is always great. Huh? Like a son, I'm saying, a demigod like son, maybe the demigod of ethics, so ethical, still he is not great. As great as a devotee, unalloyed devotee. You understand? Huh? Who is the sister of Jam, I mean the son. No, Jamraj. You know? Jamna Devi. River Jamna. Jamna Devi, the sister of Jama Maharaj, Jamraj. You understand? But Jamuna is Krishna Prayasi. Isn't it? Tulasi Krishna Prayasi. Jamuna is also Krishna Prayasi. Very, very dear to Krishna. Isn't it? But Jama is not so. Not dear to Krishna. You understand? Jama is stern justice, ethics. A demigod of stern justice is Jama. You understand? To love. Huh? Therefore, Jamaraj is known as Dharmaraj. You understand? So in his court, in his, he has called an assembly. So in that assembly, this verse was, Abhijat Sudurata Ramadamananya Bhata. This verse was being explained. Many, even Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma were present there, many great scholars were also present. Nobody could give the correct explanation. You understand? So Bhakti Vinod Thakur was present there by chance. You understand? So at last Bhakti Vinod Thakur gave the correct explanation. You understand? What he says, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj has expressed it. You understand? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Maharaj has said one verse. Duste Svabha Damiteir Vapusta Doshi. You understand? Giving explanation to that verse, this verse is said. Duste Svabha Damiteir Vapusta Doshi. What does it mean? Do you know it? No. One who is an unalloyed devotee, is doing unalloyed bhajan, of Krishna bhajan, you understand? He never shows up anything for fashion, outward. Bhajan is the internal thing, you understand? It is not external thing. He may be a blind man, he may be a cripple, you see. He may be a diseased person, like Vasudev Vipra, leprosy patient. He may be like that. He may not have very bodily beauty, you understand? But he is our devotee. He is Mahatma, he is great, isn't it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced that Vasudev Vipra was a leprosy patient, isn't it? It's such a great devotee. So one must understand this thing. What is unalloyed devotion? It never depends on bodily, external bodily features. Nothing. Sadhutva means, you understand? The centralness means it's internal thing. It's not external thing. One may not expose something external. You understand? Many times we used to say about Vansi Bhavanananda Thakur and Gaurav Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, isn't it? Gaurav Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was doing his bhajan in such an abominable place where people pass through. You see, he stays there and used to do his bhajan there. Such a great sadhu. You understand? And Vaisi Bhavanananda Thakur used to purchase fish from the market, the great Vaishnava, and just spreads the fish under the sun before, in front of his kutia cottage. You understand? Such a Vaishnava. These are outward things. So then people will see these outward things and say, what is this? What the Vaishnava is? Purchasing fish and drying in the sun and eating? Maybe eating? Why purchasing? Isn't it? That is a great sadhu, he never is. Why he does so? Therefore it is said, Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vijnana Bujho. It is said, Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vijnana Bujho. One may be very, very great person, very learned, Vijna. We cannot understand what a Vaishnava sadhu is doing. Like Vaishnava Madhanam Thakur and Gaurav Kishore Das Baba. We cannot understand it. You see? It is said. And that is the same purport here. One who is a great saint or sadhu, a devotee who is doing ananya bhajan, who has developed this devotion, he never shows off his bhajan outward. It is inward thing. You understand? So don't look at its bodily deformities or outward gestures, postures like that. Don't see to it. Don't look at all these things. You understand? It's internal thing. Similar. This is the purpose that Bhakti Vinod Thakur has said in explanation of that sloka. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj has expressed it in that sloka. Druste svabha janitir vapusta doshai. You understand? Vapu dosha. Vapu means body. Some deformities in the body may be there. But he is a great devotee, an alert devotee. You don't look at these deformities of body. Bodily deformities, the outward things. You understand? Similarly, apichar sudurachara bhajati mangananya bhat sadhureva samantava samyak dositaisa. And maybe durachara, a great, even if one commits the most abominable actions, a great sinful person, outwardly he may be like that. If someone is crippled, someone is blind, someone has bodily deformities, like Vasudev, Pushti Vasudev Vipra, is a leprosy patient, one may be thinking, oh, he is such a great sinful person, therefore he is being punished. This is outward thing. That he is a great Mahatma, he is a great devotee. You understand? Don't show all these things. Don't speak to all these things. This is the purport of that sloka. Therefore, it is said here that those who are unlearned devotees, they never do anything as outward show. Outward show. As it is stated here. It's only outward show. Without sincere devotion, so everything is simply a show. You understand? They never do outward show. The non-devotees, the so-called great men of this human society, great patriot, you understand? He does so many things for outward show, but is devoid of devotional service. not at all a sadhu or Mahatma. You understand? This is the purport of that sloka. You understand now? So Jamuna is a Krishna Prayasi, whereas Jama is not. Jama is the master of stern ethics. Stern ethics is Jamra. Whereas his sister, Jamuna Devi, is Krishna Prayasi. You understand? Purpose. So when this verse comes up here, that comes to my mind, therefore I say this to you. Jamaraja's court assembly is the most important purpose there is. Yes, any question?
Yes, question. You just came to speak about a sadhu who's maybe actually acting like simple person.
Outwardly acting.
In different activities. So can you speak about and speaking activities? Can someone speak nonsense and become being at the same time sadhu?
What do you say?
Someone who is sometimes speaking something completely like it's not
speaking.
Yes, speaking.
Yes.
Can someone be sadhu and speak in a very...
A pandit may speak. You understand? A pandit, he may speak many things. He may quote many shastras. He may speak many things on bhakti also, quoting shastras. But how far has he practiced in his life? That is to be learned. You understand? Consider. That is the most important thing. How far he has practiced it in his very life. Example is better than precept. Therefore we say, example is better than precept. That is Mahaprabhu's motto. Apani achori dharma apare sikha. Personally you practice, then teach. Mere saying won't do. You understand? Yes.
In the other sense, can someone speak nonsense being a sadhu?
Sadhu will never speak nonsense. I will never speak nonsense. If he opens his mouth, he only speaks about this. He can never speak nonsense. No. That cannot be. Because all his senses are engaged in the loving service of Krishna. And his mouth, his tongue is one of the senses. How can it speak nonsense? You understand now? Yes?
The devotee misunderstands for and becomes guilty of committing this type of offense, chanting on the strength, committing sin from the strength of chanting the holy name. The verse says, "You might be situated to continue your service."
What he said?
I can explain this all.
Yes.
In this verse, what if someone misinterprets this verse and they're thinking I can commit sins on the strength of chanting? In other words, commit the sin.
Yeah, I can understand. Then I will be sadhu. I will be sadhu. I will commit sins, then I will chant, all my sinful reactions will be annihilated, I will become sadhu. No, that we say. Nama bole papa buddhi. That is one of the nama aparadhas. By the strength of chanting, don't commit sins. That is most inexcusable offense. One who doesn't know all these things, he may commit some sins, you understand? But one who knows these things, one who has accepted a bona fide spiritual master and have been taught by him, about this Namaparadas. He should not do it. He should not do it. That is great offense. Inexcusable offense. No excuse. Yeah. Yes.
Then we can stress to these persons that this verse is speaking about someone who's committing sinful activity by accident fall down, and then they pick themselves up and they become more disturbed. Not consciously.
Oh, one was fallen down.
No, in other words, someone commits sinful activity, and then they pick themselves up, and then they continue to walk disturbed.
Yeah.
In other words, by accident, not.
Yeah, by accident. That is also stated. कृष्ण तारे क्षमा कराए ना कराए प्रायश्चित अज्ञाने बा होय यदि पाप उपस्थित कृष्ण तारे क्षमा कराए न कराए प्रायश्चित ना नहीं এই কথা তো ଅଛି ଆମ ଆଉ କଣ ତାପରେ ବିଧି ଧର୍ମ ଛାଡ଼ିବ ଯେ କୃଷ୍ଣର ଚରଣ ନିଷିଦ୍ଧ ପାପାଚାରେ ତାର ପ୍ରଭୁ ନଏ ମନ ଅଜ୍ଞାନେ ବା ହୋय ଯଦି ପାପ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ କୃଷ୍ଣ ତାରେ କ୍ଷମା କରାଏ ନା କରାଏ it is said in Precept. Vidhi dharma chhadibo de Krishna charana. Those who are very, very elevated devotees, say Paramahansas, those who have attained that stage of prema, you understand? We have three stages. Vaidhi, first stage, then Bhava, Bhakti, then Prem Bhakti. Those, one who has attained that last stage, Prem Bhakti, he may not be observing any deeds. You understand? No necessity of observance of these at that stage. It is in the initial stage. You understand? Initial stage one must observe this these rules and regulations. Thereby heart will be purified. Then bhav will come up. When bhav will be matured, then prem will come. You understand? One who has attained that stage of prem, no longer. He should not. He will never practice follow some rules and regulations. You understand? Vidhi dharma chhadibo Krishna charan. Because he has attained the supreme stage, last stage. He cannot commit sin. Can he commit sin? Because he developed prema. Isn't it? One who has developed prema, one who is in that stage of prema, he cannot commit any sin at all. How can he commit? Not at all possible. You understand? Nishiddha papachar tar kovu noy mano. He cannot think it up in his mind also. To commit some sin. Ajnane ba hoy jodi pap upasthit Krishna tare kshama kore na kare. Unconsciously, if he accidentally commits some sin, Krishna excuses him. You understand? Krishna excuses him. Krishna tare kshama kare na kare paise. He should not perform some process of atonement. No necessity at all. We give the example of Billomanga. You understand? Billomanga. Billomanga was a great sinful person. He was too much attached to Chintamani Desai, prostitute. You understand? But that prostitute taught him a very good lesson. Why are you attached to this body? What is there in this body? It's full of flesh, urine, stool, bones, abominable things, you see. Why are you attracted to this body? If you be attracted towards Krishna, all beautiful Krishna, how nice will it be? You just thought that. From that moment, Villamangal turned to the path of bhakti. You understand? He became an unalloyed devotee. You understand? But he had this because he was doing that thing, he was running after prostitutes, looking at women, beauty. You understand? So he was going to Vrindavan. On the way he saw a beautiful maiden was taking bath in a pond. You understand? So he stood there and looked at her beauty. You understand? That maiden looked like such a saintly person. He was looking like a saintly person. His dress was like that. He had beards and the saffron clothes, all these things like a sadhu. that he was a housewife. He thought, why this sadhu was standing and looking at me? So at once, quickly, she finished her bathing and put on her sari and went to her house and told her husband. And Bilomangal followed her and just went to her house and just standing, he stood beside the doorstep and stand. And that housewife, that woman, that informed her husband, his sadhu was following me. I was taking bath. He stood there, looked at me, and when I just came to her, he just followed me. Then her husband said, all right, if you say is a sadhu, and we have heard in Shastra that if we serve a sadhu and please a sadhu, Krishna will be pleased. All right, go to that sadhu and ask what he wants from you. Give him, serve him, fulfill his desire. So Krishna will be pleased. Then, by the permission of the husband, that woman came. That is Satinari, chaste lady. Under the permission of the husband, she will do like that. Then so Sadhu Mahatma paid obeisance to Sadhu Mahatma. Now I am prepared to serve you. What do you want from me? I am ready to fulfill your desire. Just express same. As soon as he said this thing, so he came to the consciousness, belonging. Oh! Such abominable thought entered into my mind. Oh, it is only due to these eyes. These eyes look at the beauty of such maiden, so such abominable thought, sinful thought, entered into my mind. So this eye is so deeply, at once it falls. I mean, say he, Bilomangal, took up some thorns and thrust into his eyes and blinded himself. He became blind. You see. This is an example of jnana ba hoy jodi pap upasthita Krishna tar kshama kore na koray. It's unconscious of this thought. Now he became conscious. He blinded himself. You understand? He was so repentant of this eyes, due to this eyes, this thing happened, that he finished his eyes and became blind. Because he has already developed pure devotion, attained that stage. You understand? So Krishna himself came to him. Oh Sadhu, you are going to Vrindavan? All right, I am going. Get hold of my steed. All right, I will lead you. You understand? Okay. The example is given that the electric fan was moving. You see, it is moving. The switch is on. Make the switch off. You understand? Immediately it will never stop. Force is there. It will move sometime. But velocity will be lesser, and ultimately it will stop. Similarly, when switch is off, Vilomangala switch was off. The switch was attached to Krishna's lotus feet. You understand? But that velocity was there. It was moving slowly. You understand? So he could first turn from his eyes and blinded himself, became blind. One cannot do it. Can one do it? Can you do it? You see? Such is the case. और ज्ञाने बा हो यदि पाप उपस्थित कृष्ण तारे क्षमा करे ना करे unconsciously it so happens Krishna forgives him. He shall not undergo any process of atonement. You understand? It's of jnana, unconsciously and by chance. If someone does deliberately, it should not be excused. Yes?
What difference between one who is like Vidvamangal Thakur, who is a pure devotee, but commits sin
Accidental.
accident, and one who is engaged in devotional service, but he has no strength to avoid sinful activities because Maya is very strong, and he commits sinful activities. What difference is there?
Krishna knows the heart. Krishna knows the heart. That in the heart he has no such desire. Accidentally he has done so. So Krishna forgives him. But if someone deliberately does, it should not be forgiven. Yes.
So this verse from Bhagavad Gita may be applicable to someone who writes about this thing.
Ah?
This verse from Bhagavad Gita
Ah?
might be applicable
Ah?
to someone writing about these things. Someone writing about it.
Vaidhi?
In other words, you said you gave examples of before.
Yes. Balla Mangal Thakur already attained prem stage. Yes.
But someone like you said describing who's performing devotional service, writes up the whole down, and then he picks himself at the point of devotional service again. He also forgives.
If fall down is accidental, Krishna will excuse it. Yes. That is. But it's not deliberate. If someone does it deliberately, no excuse. No excuse. This is more important. Yes? Huh? Complete, yes.
Another question is for a new person, a layman person.
Yes.
If there are two persons, one who is sahaja, performing some simple activities,
Sahaja?
Yes, thinking himself elevated devotee to achieve them. And another is Mahatma. But
Real Mahatma.
Real Mahatma. Actually, he is acting the same way. How can he judge them?
You may not judge. Krishna judges the correct. Krishna judges well. Krishna knows who is a pretender and is a real Mahatma. And the pretender will be exposed. Krishna will expose him sooner or later. Understand? Don't be a pretender.
And a new devotee or a layman, how can
a layman cannot know?
Understand?
Yes, layman cannot know.
Judge.
Because he's a layman or a neophyte devotee. He may be cheated, but Krishna cannot be cheated. Krishna knows everything very well. So Krishna exposes those pretenders. You understand? Yes. And another thing is there. One is already in the association of sadhu. You understand? Already in association, in group of sadhu. You understand? So one should not expect such thing from him, because he's already in a group of sadhu, already in association of sadhu. Every day he's listening to these things. Why should he think like that, or why should he commit like such act? It is not expected of him. You understand? Mangal was not in association of sadhu. He was alone. But he had no desire at all. It's accidental. So Krishna forgave him, excused him. And that is the proof that he could become blind. You understand? The thrust falls into his eyes. That is the proof. Otherwise he could not have thrust falls into his eyes and been blinded. You understand? Eyes is such a valuable sense. One of the senses of valuable senses. We can see so many things through the eyes. With a blind eye can see anything. You see, this is proof.
And another question of Umash, just about Bhubaneswar Thakur.
Yes.
And then it is stated very clear to Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures that this body is just not despair, filled up of abominable things.
Yes.
In one thing. So this you can understand already, and we can by ourselves understand this body. But it's still, and people in material they are attracted. Well, they are attracted to the beauty of this body. How can you explain?
Who is attracted?
in this material world?
Material world is naturally. It's natural. Those who are in clutches of Maya, they will naturally be attracted towards Maya. This bodily beauty is Maya. Because they are under the clutches of Maya. They have forgotten their own identity, forgotten Krishna. Their relationship with Krishna. They have forgotten all these things. They are not attracted towards Krishna. They are attracted towards Maya. So it's quite natural with them.
But even those who understand his philosophy,
The one who has accepted a bona fide spiritual master, has been trained and taught by him, practicing this bhakti under his guidance, and the spiritual master repeatedly teaches this thing, that is aparat, that is offense for the sinful activities, all these things. So, in spite of all these things, all these teachings, if someone does so, he cannot be excused. You understand? He cannot be excused. Yes.
Reda, he cannot realize all this. Reda.
Huh?
That person who has been taught by spiritual master.
Yes. Thereby, he just disobeys his spiritual master. He commits that offense. To disobey the order of spiritual master. Isn't that is one of the offenses? So he commits that offense. How can he be excused? You understand? Yes? Have you any question more? Any more question? All right now? Huh? It is stated here by the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vaishnava K. কীর্তনে যাহার প্রতিষ্ঠা সম্ভার তাহার সম্পত্তি কেবল কৈতব। কীর্তনে যাহার প্রতিষ্ঠা সম্ভার তাহার সম্পত্তি কেবল কৈতব। You understand this? Pratishtha, do you know? Name and aim. That is pratishtha. One is doing kirtan only for name and getting name and aim. So he is a pretender. Tahar sampati kevalo koitava. Koitava means pretender, pretenser. You understand? You understand?
But still, sometimes when we accept the bona fide spiritual master, who is real guru, and still, and the material behavior are there. Sometimes you do something, thinking that I want to make myself.
Don't
permanent.
think so. Don't think so. Don't think so. Such type of thinking also is pretension. Only a non-devotee shows him up. That all will praise me. Oh, such a great man, such a great Vaishnava, great sadhu, like that. A real Vaishnava sadhu doesn't want it. You understand? So he never shows up. He never shows up.